So I was stuck on the airplane on the way back from Vegas, and I had taken my phone because I'm going to switch it out. This one's losing the battery. I'm going to swap it to a new one. And I took all the notes off of the notepad. And this is just, there's 2 pages of it. This is just the ideas I had. There's another list over here where it was notes for books. And so these are just the ideas. And one of them, it's because it's late night. I'm going to go to bed. I'm not tired enough yet to go to bed. I listen to a lot of Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic and the what is it? Real Life Fake Wizard. And none of them, Smash GT, all of them, like, I don't, why is Pedro Pascal in everything? I don't understand. Why is he in everything? He's in everything. Why is he in everything? He's not white. That's why he's in everything. Hollywood hates straight white males. They do. They hate white males in general, and maybe you get a little reprieve if you claim you're gay. I don't know. Maybe that's, I don't know. I don't have the chart that they do. They got a chart. Do we hate him or not? Well, read the chart. Oh, we hate this guy. Never met him, but we hate him. For whatever weird reason. I think it's just Marxism or social Marxism, whatever you want to call it. I think it's just outright bigotry, and bigotry is stupid. But yeah, I don't know if you notice, Hollywood isn't exactly, a fan of the white guy. And I don't know if you noticed that whole woke affirmative action. We're going to, at minimum, starting in 2016, I say it predates that. It goes back to I'll say it again. The first moment of wokeism was when Coke came out with the commercial, I'd like to buy the world of Coke. And that's 20 years since we've seen masculine men and good-looking women in commercials. Yeah, the reason they put Pedro Pascal in there is because they need they need a masculine character that needs to play the classically traditional role that would, otherwise have gone to a white guy. But they can't hire a white guy, so they hire a guy who kind of looks white, but he's Chilean and they're Latino. And that way they don't have to give the job to, like, I don't know, Henry Cavill, for example. Really? You're still confused? Have you not seen all the movies they've made? Have you not seen Lesbian Space Witches? Have you not seen all the Girl Boss? Have you not you didn't see the general gal with purple hair in the Star Wars thing? You didn't see that? You didn't see this? Yeah, it's because he's Latino. Now, some people might technically, well, he's actually, Chileans are not Latino. I have a friend from Cuba. We're Hispanic. I'm like, oh yeah, you and Mary Jo. You keep forgetting. I forget. You want to delineate. Okay, fine. You're Hispanic. So I don't know if there's a technical, but I believe they're Latino. I don't know. I thought Spain was a Latin country, a Latin language. Isn't that where? I never mind. But yeah, they don't like white guys. That's why they hired Pedro. That's it. Not a bad actor, not a great actor. Loopier than a bowl of Fruit Loops. But that's why. That's why he's in every. Look, here's the guy who kind of looks white, but he isn't white. So we can market him and get that thing, but then we don't have to hire any of those stinking white guys. Yay. I don't know. You guys got a better theory? It seems pretty obvious to me. They've made it pretty abundantly clear they don't like, white guys, especially the straight variety. And why are they going with this Latino actor? Because he's not white. All right. That's it. We got 2 super chats. Hat and Clogs, $2 so Cappy. When are you going to play Ghost of? No, no, I'm not. I'm not. Borderlands, I wanted to play because I wanted to see if it was woke, and they weren't super anti-American. They weren't anti-white guy. Ghost of Yote is filled with both the production. Not everyone, of course. Not everyone. But there's enough people who worked in that studio who celebrated the death of Charlie Kirk. They hate America. They hate Western civilization. Some probably hate white guys. And then the actress who did the voice acting. No, I don't give money to people that hate me. And there's also, so that's the main reason. Then there's also the added risk if you have a bunch of activists making a video game. They're activists first and quality computer programmers 12th. there's a really good shot that the game is garbage, and that's kind of what happened to Borderlands. Not because people happen to be leftist or whatever at Borderlands or 2K Studios or Gearbox Studio, whoever's in charge of that. You just have low quality talent. You have put in and no quality control whatsoever. So I did give Borderlands a shot because it didn't outright hate me. And the game, as far as I could play before, I'm like, yeah, it's broken. I can't go to the next boss. I'm done with it. Didn't have any lecturing or moralizing. Ghost of Yote, I guess someone played through it, and yeah, surprise, it's two lesbians who get together and raise an adopted child. Fuck off. Just fuck you. No. No. I hope you lose a shit ton of money. You probably won't because of the carryover and momentum of Ghost of Tsushima, but no, I'm not going to play Ghost of Yotai. I'm not going to go to a Hollywood movie. I'm not buying anything Marvel again. Not that I bought a lot anyway. I'm not sending my kid to a public school or university. They're going to Western Governors University. Cap, you don't have kids. I know, but if I did have kids, I don't shop at Target. I try to make sure I buy no Procter and Gamble products, but they got a lot out there. They're the ones who did Gillette, which hated men, predominantly white men. Go look at the cartoon, look at the commercial. I think you and everybody else, not necessarily you had, of course, I'm sure you're on, but you should stop giving people money that hate. You should stop giving money to people who hate other people because of the way they were born. It's very simple. So no, I'm not going to play Ghost of Yotai. If I had billions, I would find some underground computer programming and say, okay, take Ghost of Yotai and take out all the woke leftist propaganda and turn the main character into a traditional Japanese dude. And then release that pirated version of it and just knock out all the sales. It's like, no, here's a masculine normal version. Here's a not trash woke leftist prop. We removed all the propaganda. We made the hero a guy. That's it. But no. Burb Shide, 5 Australian. Take a shot every time Pedro gets anxious and grabs the melons. I don't care what the man. He's mentally, I don't know, ill, but he's not stable. Hat and Clogs, $2. What about the lesbian ending though? Right. I've just heard from several people now, because you never know with the internet, but people are starting to report that if you get to the end of the game, surprise, lesbians marry raising kid in feudal Japan, Edo period Japan. What like how dense, how fucking dense. I guess they're really dense. I mean, they keep making propaganda and they lose money. I don't know what Sucker Punch Studios is in charge of Yotai. I don't know what you all were thinking. I don't know what Sony was thinking. They funded it. I don't care. You can keep losing all the money in the world. Like I said before, we could get 3 M1 Abrams tanks, send it into Disney World or Disneyland, whatever, choose your park. And we could fire our shells for an hour. And I still don't think we come causing anywhere near the amount of damage financially to the Disney Corporation than Kathleen Kennedy and woke girl bosses and left propaganda has. They've caused so much damage. So much damage. It's moot now to even ask. It just, okay, you're ideologues or you are truly stupid people. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're the ones losing the money. It might make a profit. Yeah, it might make a profit. Man, a lot of people are saying, well, if it wasn't a woke video game and you didn't do the girl boss, you would have made twice the amount or 3 times the amount. You're not thinking clearly enough. How many islands were invaded by the Mongols? How many sequels could you have to Tsushima? You have Tsushima, Yote, Hokkaido, whatever. Wherever the Mongols invaded, Jin Sakai could go there, train up a group of people. So you always got a new group of characters coming in. My point could have been like Grand Theft Auto. You could have had 7 or 8 of these, and it would have been just fine. No, they didn't give up half the sales of Ghost of Yotai. They gave up half the sales of Yotai and nearly all the sales of all future sequels that would have been great if we just had Jin Sakai as the main guy. Maybe you could have you could do Yakuza where there's like a different introduced main character for you, and then they kind of team up in one of the ones later on. You know what they could have done? They really could have done this is they could have done like an Avengers Endgame thing where it's Jin Sakai in one place and whatever Hirimoro, Tatsuga, what I don't know Japanese names, different samurai warriors in different islands, and then they gotta come together and fight the Mongols invading the mainland, not just obscure islands. But they couldn't do it. They love their politics so much. Hat, $2 again. I heard that Gillette lost tons of money. What say you? Well, this is where we need a lesson in finance. To make headlines big, they'll say, like Netflix just recently got caught promoting trans shit to kids. Okay, fine. Not fine, but you do you, Netflix. And Elon mentioned it, and the stock price went down by like 4 or 5%, which means its total stock market value went down by, I don't know, 5-6 billion. I don't want to market value. It's multiple billions of dollars, obviously. And then low IQ journalism majors will say Netflix lost $40 billion. No, their stock price went down by $40 billion. They didn't have an operating loss of $40 billion. They could have been profitable that year. And then Americans being educated by the public school teachers we have who promote kids to go and murder people in churches and schools. They don't teach the difference between market valuation or stock price and net income or profits. But at least men can have periods. That's the really important thing. So, and Gillette is one brand in the publicly traded firm Procter & Gamble. And I don't know if they even break out Gillette as its own independent subsidiary. So, I mean, we can look up Gillette profits. Let's see if you can even get Gillette profit varies by region overall. A publicly traded subsidiary provided a net profit increase of 16.6 million. So it looks like it's folded into Procter & Gamble. It was bought in 2005. In 2023, Procter & Gamble recorded a significant impairment charge of up to $2.5 billion related to the reduction of intangible value. So that's actually putting a dollar figure on their cost. It could have cost them $2.5 billion, but that's been 10 years. Gillette sales tank. So their sales that is something we could measure, and that would lower Procter & Gamble's overall profit. All right. Personal care, we believe best man can get. Wow. In 2005, Procter & Gamble purchased Gillette for approximately $54 billion. Why'd you say $5 billion? That seems a lot. So Procter & Gamble, it's a value drop. That's a sales. Gillette sales dropped by 1%. That's it? Gillette versus Harry's. Okay. Major development reported late July, early August. Gillette had lost $5 billion in quarterly sales. an $8 billion cash write-down. So Procter & Gamble estimated that they would lose $8 billion or there was no longer worth $8 billion. So they lost $5 billion in quarterly sales. That's not nothing. That would and then what happened other quarters? So without doing the full financial analysis of grabbing their annual reports from back then, at least in one quarter they lost $5 billion. I'm going to say let's just multiply that times 4, and that's still a conservative estimate. So they probably lost around $20 billion in sales. How much sales did they get up in the future? You don't know, but sales were definitely down. It did cost Procter & Gamble $5 billion in profits because that $5 billion would have been added to their bottom line. They don't have it anymore. So they probably cut back production. So yeah, Gillette did lose at least $5 billion in one quarter in lost sales. That it's not what say you, it's not my opinion, that's what it was. If you want you're really bored, go grab the annual reports from 2019 and 2020 and probably grab 2017 to 2019 as well to see what sales in Gillette were beforehand and then see what happened. And you can say, oh yeah, it was up here and now it's down here. If it kept going by today, you would have had an extra $100 billion in sales or whatever. It's multiple billions. Yeah, it cost them multiple billions of dollars. Paul Smith, $10 cap. Even though I'm in Lay, Pennsylvania, where that teacher was high, I still plan on driving out with my 5.0 convertible, and you drive me and the great one around. Okay. I want to come out to South Dakota now. Starting to get cold. What year is that 5.0 convertible? What model is it? Yeah, teacher. High on drugs or something. Nothing's too good for kids. That's why we get affirmative action hire teachers who are all Democrats. That's why you kids are doing so well in the schools. See, you just didn't get enough Pedro Pascal. That's what it was. All right, there you guys go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Link below is my Amazon affiliate link if you'd like to do all your Amazon shopping. You can go to assholeconsulting.com/Amazon, assholeconsulting.com/Amazon. Do all your Amazon shopping there. I'll see you guys later, Toodles.